Welcome to Maven Knowledge. This is the first chapter on tenses, and in this video I'm going to talk about simple present tense. There are 12 tenses: simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Same applies for past tense and future tense. So there are overall 12 tenses. So let's understand what is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to describe habits, repeated actions, unchanging situations, and general truths. We use just the base form of verb, that is the first form of verb, like eat, take, walk, run, etc. in simple present tense. I have made a separate video on verb, so you kindly refer to that video to understand verb in detail. In case of singular person or subject, we add s at the end of the base verb, and in case of plural or multiple person or subjects, we keep base verb as it is. Examples are I eat, you eat, she eats, he eats, Mike eats, students eat. So students talks about multiple persons, so we are keeping the base verb as it is. But in case of Mike, which is a singular person, we have changed the base verb by adding s. Okay. And in case of simple present tense, in case of present tense, what we do, we consider and use rules of a plural person, a multiple person for I. So though I is a, I talks about a single person, but we use rules of plural person. So I will never use eats, okay, a verb with s. It will always use the same base verb as plural, when we talk about plural subject, or when we talk about multiple people, like you eat. It uses is in case of singular and uses are for plural. Am is used with I. She is American. They are doctors. I am happy. So simple present tense talks about habits, repeated actions, fixed arrangements, instructions, facts, future probability. Let's understand this in detail. When we talk about habits, we say, I drink coffee. So I drink is the base verb, it will remain the same. Then the other part of the sentence. She eats meat. She is a singular person, so we will add s in the base verb. So eat will become eats. In case of repeated actions, he visits New York every December. They eat non-veg only on Sundays. In case of general truths, my father is American. The earth revolves around the sun. In case of instructions, you take a yellow metro line to go to the city center. You study hard to clear the exams. So you take. So take is the base verb. It will remain the same. You study. Study is the base verb. It will remain the same. But if we are using Mike studies hard to clear the exams. So Mike, we are talking about a singular person. So study will become studies and take will become takes. In case of fixed events, the client visits office on Friday. Summer vacation starts from mid-May. So what is the verb in these sentences? Starts, when, because we are talking about a single vacation. Then in case of the first example, base verb is visit. But because we are talking about a singular person, we will add s in the base verb. So visit will become visits. In case of future events, they will visit you before they leave. So we are talking about future events. So that's the reason we are using will in this sentence. But because this is a simple present tense, so we are also mentioning present event. So they will visit you before they leave. So leave is the base verb. Okay. I will gift this pen when she arrives. Okay. So she arrives. So she is a singular person. So our base verb we will add s in the end of the base verb. Simple present tense and the use of is, are, and am. There are three forms of sentences: positive form, negative form, and question form. So, in the case of positive form, what we usually talk about: universal truths, nature, facts, etc. She is American. They are doctors. I am married. So, we use am with I, are with plural, is with a single person. In the case of negative form is the second form, and we add not, is, not. We also call it isn't for singular, are not for plural, and we also call it as aren't. With I, we use am, we will say I am not. So, she is not American. They are not doctors. I am not married. In case of question form, we will start the sentence with is or are before noun or pronoun. Is she American? Are they doctors? Are we smart enough? Am I married? So now let's understand the use of adding s in the base verb. When we talk about a single person, we add s in the end of the base verb. So he eats, eat will become eats, sleep will become sleeps, fight will become fights. When we talk about plural, there is no change in the base verb, it will remain the same. So eat will remain eat. In case of question, when we are talking about a single person, we use does, and in case of plural or multiple person, we use do. So does she drink? Does he study science? Does Mike fight? In case of do they drink? Do we think smart? In case of negative sentences, we use does not and do not. Does not in case of single person and do not in case of multiple person. He does not drink. She does not eat cake. Mike does not fight. They do not drink. We do not eat cake. So that's all on simple present tense, and I'll talk about simple past tense in my next video.